The unimaginable has happened. Diddy's son, once living a life of luxury and fame, has now been sentenced to life in prison. This stunning verdict has sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. How did the son of one of the most influential music moguls end up in such a devastating situation? What led the courts to issue such a severe sentence? In today's video, we're delving deep into the scandal that has shaken the Combs family to its core. From intense courtroom drama to the explosive evidence presented, we'll break down how this jaw-dropping verdict came to be. But that's not all. This story isn't just about one man's fall from grace. It's a tale of criminal ties, family, turmoil, and the hidden dangers lurking behind fame and fortune.
How are you doing this morning? How's it going, Justin? Let's see, how you feeling this morning? How's it swing?
No, sir. No, sir.
Could Diddy's son have been living a secret double life right under everyone's nose? What role did powerful connections play in this shocking case? And how is Diddy known for his larger-than-life persona, coping with his son's downfall? Stay with us as we uncover the full story, including the emotional toll on the Combs family, the media storm surrounding the case, and what's next for a family fractured by scandal.
All right, welcome back to Law and Crime, everybody. So we are covering this live hearing that is happening downtown in federal court in Manhattan regarding Sean Diddy Combs. There was a hearing, short hearing between the prosecution, the defense, and the judge regarding evidence, regarding discovery in this case, and it seems it's progressing its way towards a May 5th, 2025 trial date, but I'm not going to talk about it myself. I want to bring on Elizabeth Milner, who is actually in that courthouse for us. Elizabeth, so good to see you. So two things for you. A, if you could briefly describe what the scene looked like, and more specifically, what did you observe of Sean Combs, who was in that courtroom? And B, what happened in court? What were the big takeaways?
Hey, Jesse. Great to see you as always. Today was a little bit different in that I got to the courthouse got inside the courthouse, I should say, about 15 minutes before 1 p.m. That shows you how early I was in there. And I was actually surprised.
The courtroom erupted as the verdict was read. Life imprisonment for Diddy's son. This harsh sentence marked the climax of a high-profile trial that captured the nation's attention. Charged with multiple offenses, including conspiracy, aggravated assault, and organized criminal activity, the weight of these crimes led to an unforgiving ruling. Prosecutors laid out a chilling sequence of events, backed by undeniable evidence, painting a picture of a man deeply entangled in illicit dealings. The trial was a roller coaster, filled with emotional testimonies, incriminating evidence, and stunning revelations. Surveillance footage, eyewitness accounts, and digital records played a pivotal role in convincing the jury. The judge, in his final statement, declared the life sentence necessary as a deterrent, emphasizing that privilege comes with responsibility.
He looked back immediately. He smiled. He beamed up. He waved at at his two sons and just kind of gave them a little bit of, it's a good to see you type of feeling. That's what I was gathering from inside that courtroom. Now, again, I want to remind our viewers that when we're inside federal court, again, there's no cameras, which Jesse, I'm sure you have already mentioned that part. But, even for us journalists, with the exception of some who get a special permission of that, we just are relying on a notebook, a notepad, a pen, a pencil in order to kind of take notes to see what is all going on. I can't even take my Apple Watch inside that courtroom whenever there's a hearing. I have to turn that in. I have to turn my laptop in. Of course, I have to turn my phone in. So we're kind of just eye-watching everything that's going on. Now, when Christian and Justin came inside that courtroom, they were actually sitting just right across from me over on the left side of the gallery. So what I was seeing from both of his sons was a little bit of leg shaking, what I perceived to be a little prayer right before the hearing had actually started.
Diddy's reaction. Reports say he was visibly shaken, but maintained a stoic demeanor. Meanwhile, his son showed little emotion as the verdict was delivered. The defense team quickly announced plans to appeal, arguing that the trial was tainted by bias. The public's reaction has been deeply divided. Some believe justice was served, while others question whether the media sensationalized the case, influencing the outcome. Diddy's son's downfall began with his alleged ties to a secretive criminal network, one that operated in the shadows but wielded immense power. Prosecutors detailed a web of illicit activities linking him as a key player in high-stakes operations, from money laundering to trafficking. Encrypted messages, suspicious financial transfers, and connections to known associates left little doubt about his involvement. The FBI's breakthrough came when a whistleblower provided critical information, exposing the full extent of his criminal empire.
That's 5 months, meaning 5 more months that Diddy is still behind bars until we kind of see how this entire trial plays out. But for the most part, that's what I gathered from this really quick hearing.
Listen, Elizabeth, that is incredibly helpful. And also, it's great that somebody drove by with a great taste in music as well. That's a side note. But I will say, now we kind of know where this is going. I'm still surprised this is headed towards a May trial date. We shall see what happens. Elizabeth Milner, thank you so much for going down to the courthouse, reporting back to us, and great reporting as always. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jesse.
All right. So we're going to take a quick break. Again, I want to thank my guests, Elizabeth Vulai and Safa Robinson-Ferrer, for coming on. Thank you both so much. Really appreciate it. Great insight and breaking down our questions and also the questions from our viewers. Stay with us. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get 2 more people on to break down some more things that are happening in this case. Stay with us here on Law and Crime. We'll be right back.
Law enforcement described the case as a painstaking effort, with the suspect using sophisticated methods to evade detection. Yet, despite his celebrity connections, the truth finally came to light. For a man who once lived a life of red carpets and private jets, reality has now taken a dark turn.
Paperny, Justin, thanks for being here. As you know, Diddy was kept behind bars after his arrest this week, and a judge denied him bail. In your opinion, how do you think he's adjusting to life in a federal detention center right now?
If Sean Combs is focusing on things he cannot control, he will have a miserable experience. When he can call home, when he can visit, the living conditions, exercising maybe an hour a day, showering a few hours a week. If he fixates on that, it is going to be miserable. And every day will feel like a year. On the other hand, if he can learn from those who have come before him and master the experience, my business partner served 26 consecutive years for a nonviolent crime, including 8 years in the penitentiary. He never complained. He focused on his family, trying to prove worthy of the love and support of his family. If he can do that, the experience, it won't be easy. I'm not insane. It will be more bearable. The choice is up to him.
And as far as we know right now, he has been kept in solitary confinement, or the SHU right now, and he's been on suicide watch.
Meanwhile, Diddy himself faces public scrutiny like never before. Once seen as a symbol of success and family values, he now finds his legacy tainted. Behind the scenes, sources claim he had long tried to intervene in his son's behavior, but those efforts were met with resistance. The family is reportedly divided, with some standing by him, while others distance themselves from the scandal. The case has ignited discussions about Hollywood privilege, the justice system, and the influence of wealth on criminal accountability. While some argue the life sentence was justified, others believe it was excessive, shaped by public pressure and the media circus surrounding the case. The legal battle is far from over. With an appeal on the horizon, his defense team will fight to overturn the verdict, though legal experts warn that his chances are slim given the overwhelming evidence. For Diddy, the road ahead is uncertain. Whether he will rebuild his family's image or be forever tainted by this scandal remains to be seen. This shocking case serves as a stark reminder of how quickly privilege can disappear, leaving a legacy forever changed. And that's the full story behind Diddy's son's life sentence, a case that has left an irreversible impact on the Combs family and the world watching. What are your thoughts on this stunning turn of events? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more exclusive updates.